Hey guys, Seedoeatreview. If you've got your sunglasses off, Ben, I'm taking my sunglasses off too because we can both enjoy it. Ben Hart's with me. Just move your head to the side, at the factory. That's where he is performing with his brand new show, HEX. Welcome, Ben. I should let you speak.
It's nice to be here. Good to see you again.
How long now you've been in Adelaide? Maybe 24 hours, if that?
If that, yeah. I mean, it feels like, I don't know what time of day it is. I flew in from the UK and yeah.
Welcome. Welcome to sunny Adelaide. I don't think it was sunny there in England, was it?
It
London?
was freezing cold, and I was very pleased to leave my coat behind as I got on the plane.
Yes. Did you bring your summer essentials here?
I bought almost nothing here because I have to make my life and show fit into the baggage allowances.
Oh goodness, isn't that the fantastic
So
part?
I have a kind of like Target Kmart wardrobe.
Yes.
Because I can't carry any extra weight. I've got to fill it with my magic.
Welcome. There's Target up the corner there if you need me to get anything. We're all good to go. You brought a brand new show to the Adelaide Fringe this time around called HEX.
I have, yeah.
How is it different from last year's show?
I think it's entirely new material.
Mm-hmm.
At this stage, I did one. We'll see if all the new material stays in the show.
Yes.
I wanted to bring new material here because in the UK, I'm in the habit of doing a new show every year. Here, people seem to do the same show for a few years. Maybe I will learn from my mistakes, and in future, I will keep my show for a bit. But I'm still in the habit of new stuff. I love to bring new ideas, and I enjoy working new material in, and that's what I'm doing here.
That fascinates me. See, because I was talking to aerialists, circus performers, burlesque dancers, comedians. Some of them work really hard to what they do, and they go, I don't want to just perform it for 4 weeks.
Right.
I work so bloody hard for the months of training that I want to keep it.
Sure.
Are you of the same mindset? Because some new comedians start out and try to do something new every year, and some of it, as you know, keep it for 3 years running.
I like to do new stuff because for me, that my whole life has been a journey for me to try to understand magic. Like the way I can understand this magic, what a big idea
it is.
I can understand that through the lens of the audience. So I have to make stuff for them and then watch them, and then I learn about it myself in a kind of conversation. But for me to learn more, I've got to ask more questions, which means I've got to make new material. I don't want to learn about stuff I already know.
I was talking to a magician. Has all the magic tricks been done and it's just the way you do it?
I don't
see. I think there could be more magic out there.
Yeah, I mean, like the process is different. Sometimes you find an old bit of magic and you think, I can do something with that. Sometimes it's very old.
Yeah.
I do some pieces of magic that are published in like the 1500s.
Yeah.
Like old. They would go back way beyond that. And then sometimes you have a brand new idea. I've just been doing lots of kind of computer like CAD design and 3D printing, and I can make and design stuff now that you just simply couldn't do 10 years ago, right? So there's always new magic to discover.
So magic back in your oldie times, was it simpler?
Not really.
No,
it's
just
kind of
as
the
complex.
same. Yeah.
Yeah.
People think that maybe back in the day people were stupid and they'd be easily tricked by. They would think things were witchcraft or whatever.
Yes.
I'm not sure that's even true.
Yeah.
I think that people were very smart, and the magic hasn't changed. Some of the techniques haven't changed.
Yeah.
It's ingrained within us to really want to find wonderment.
Yes.
That's really beautiful.
Even the way it's presented hasn't really changed, has it?
Not really. I mean, last night
theatrical.
I was performing in here and we had a power outage in the middle of the show, which was very inconvenient. And I said to everybody, right, if you all go outside, I'll do the rest of the show outside. And as I was standing here doing what was basically a street show, I was thinking, and I just happened to be doing a very old trick, and I was thinking, literally nothing's changed.
Yes.
This could have been a street show like 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's kind of amazing. I think that's probably true. It's maybe not true of all arts because music evolves with the venue, right? So music, now the venue is like people's earphones. So the tone and style of the music is actually different because the venue's evolved.
Yes.
But with magic, the venue hasn't really evolved.
No.
It's exactly as it was.
Yeah. And even the way you dressed last year in your three-piece suit,
Right.
was like, this is just classical magician. The appearance you gave off was like, this is a classical magician.
I regret that when I come
Why?
here and it's so hot and it's so hot,
That's what I was waiting for you today. I went, is he going to be a three-piece suit? Like, that is going to be fascinating.
A few years ago here, I had like a really thick woolen,
really
thick woolen suit, and it was awful. And I'm so artistically stubborn. I wasn't prepared to change it. I could just change it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to wear that. I'm just stubborn.
Same thing with this. My wife
Yeah.
goes, you can wear a singlet. I went, no, I got to represent the brand. You know what I mean? Wherever I go, you know what I mean? But yeah, your magic, you are representing your show, aren't you?
Yeah.
So what is HEX different? What is HEX bringing? You said witchcraft. Does it include like witchcraft per se?
I'm very interested in the idea that like the magician that exists now is kind of, as we just discussed, no different to the magicians that existed when people would say that what they were doing was witchcraft. And what I love about that is at the heart of like witchcraft is the idea that a piece of magic can affect some sort of change in your life or in somebody else's life or whatever. And I just became really interested in that. And I was looking at my material thinking, like, this really looks not like a normal magic show. It doesn't, the equipment I use, it just doesn't feel like the average show. And I thought, well, we'll call it HEX. You know, you got to come back with a new show and a new title.
It's there. It catches the attention.
Yeah.
But saying that, as I said, you being an influence, are you influenced by other magicians? Do you watch other magicians? Because I know, as I just asked you that question and put a stop in there, that my kids watched you last year and ran straight home and got their magic box out and started practicing their tricks. And it's like, I said, I just love magicians bring the wonderment and the amazement to kids.
Right.
So did you have that from another magician when you were watching?
I got into magic when there was no magicians on TV in the UK. There was a really famous magician for like decades on TV, and he came off TV when I was about just before I got into it. So I learned all of the magic from books I would get out of the library. My local library had like 3 or 4 magic books. I would check them out all the time, and for me it was really an exciting voyage of secrecy. It was hard to find secrets.
Yes.
Now, if you want to get into magic, you go on YouTube and you can learn loads of magic, and it's gone.
Yeah.
When I first learned it, it was like I found a phone number for a magic shop.
Yes.
And I rang up this magic shop like, hello, and like everything was so difficult and so it was intoxicating. And I think that's all totally gone now. It used to be there was real value on the secrets, and my mentors, I would have to work for them to tell me stuff.
Yes.
Now it's all on the internet.
It's all over.
And I hate to say, I don't want to be seen to be
negative
about my peers, but some younger magicians, I'm quite young, but younger than me, magicians, you can see that they didn't have to work for their secrets. It's just like there's no like reverence and respect for that secret art.
So this is going to be showing my age. When I lived in Melbourne, my brothers, got 2 older brothers, a year or 2 older. And every Saturday, we used to hop on the tram to Melbourne into the city, 45 minutes, and go to Bernie's magic shop.
Right.
Just to grab magic tricks and stuff to impress each other.
Nice, okay.
And it's just one of those, as you talked about, you're never going to have that again.
Yeah.
Because you go on TikTok and go, have a look, how to do all this.
There are people on TikTok who literally just expose how the trick is done.
Yes.
And
I don't like that part. As much as I want to know, I want my mind to be blown. You know what I mean?
The problem is that the really good pieces of magic, the secrets aren't interesting. The ones that they expose are the bad bits of magic where the secrets are interesting, right? The only reason why we keep secrets is because the secrets are ugly. Like, they're so boring you don't want to know.
No, exactly, yeah. It's not exciting.
It's like there are things I do in my show and other magicians come up to me and say like, oh, you do that so perfectly. I'm like, what do you mean? I just put it in my pocket when they're not looking.
Yeah.
Like, there's no... The skill comes in doing it with extreme confidence.
Yes. And putting a bit of a flash onto it. As I said, I apologised to you last year when my 10-year-old literally flipped the table to look how the coins fell through the table.
I remember that, yeah.
And I've still got the video.
Yeah.
And I told him, he's going, am I coming? I went, dude, 9:15, I'm sorry. But he goes, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I said, you stay off the stage this time, mister, because, as I said, you bring that excitement. How do you stand out from other magicians then if everything's trying to be exposed?
Well, I do a lot of stuff I invent.
Do you just think about it? Do you sit at home and just write? Or, or do you just practice?
Most of the time I'm on the road, so I don't get the chance to practice with actual objects. So I have to, because I'm sitting on a plane or something, I can't bring it to do my fire trick.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, there's a process which is I just nudged your camera there. There's a process which is like outlining. Sometimes I have an idea for a trick and I don't know how I'm going to do it, and then you just have to kind of like just squeeze the idea and just like think about it and see if you get somewhere. And other times I have a trick and I just have to put a story onto it. I don't know. There's no process. I guess that over the years of doing this, I've learned for that to not be difficult. But other people I know who are maybe less experience find it really hard. It's just like practice. It's a
And
muscle.
I know it's one of those things that's hard to explain as well.
Yeah.
It's like me asking someone how to drive or someone asking me how to drive. You can't explain it, just sort of happens, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'd like to talk, Ben, about India, travelling the world, but I've
Yeah.
gone well over 10 minutes. But tell us your dates and times, buddy, and then
I'm here until the end of the festival, which is
March 17.
March 17th, and I'm every day here in the Garden of Unearthly Delights. The venue's called The Factory, it's that one there,
Power's
and
on.
I'm on at 9:15 every
9:15.
night.
Mondays off? Or you taking Mondays off? You didn't last year, and I'm like, dude, take a break.
I don't know that. I think maybe... Have I got Mondays off?
There you go.
I maybe have
Give
Mondays
the boy
off.
Mondays off.
I think I maybe have some Mondays off.
There you go. Take some Mondays off. Enjoy it, guys. Come down, see Ben Hart, HEX, at the Factory. I'll make sure the power's flicked on
Thank
at
you.
9:15 p.m.
You didn't do that last night.
I was elsewhere.